evening, everyone. My name is Amit Sinha. I'm the founder of BasePair. We make cloud-based software for analyzing DNA sequencing data. And as you may be aware, big data is changing many different industries. And so why should life sciences be left behind? And one of the biggest innovation in life sciences is DNA sequencing. As some of you may know, inside all of us is the DNA, which is the source code of life. When there are typos on that source code, we get disease and other harmful effects. This is a scientific effort which used to cost $1 billion 10 years ago, and today the price has gone down from $1 billion to $1,000 within 10 years. So this is almost 3 times faster than Moore's law. And as a consequence, now you have hundreds of gigabytes of data being generated for every patient. DNA sequencing price drop is almost 3 times faster than Moore's law. So line in the red shows the cost to sequence one person's DNA. And as you can see, it's dropping rapidly. And as the price drops, innovation goes high. And the line in green shows the amount of publicly data available, and that's in log scale, so that's increasing exponentially. So the cost to generate data goes down, the amount of data being generated goes up. And this is highly valuable for diagnosing if somebody has cancer, or if somebody has cancer, figuring out what's the best medicine for that person. However, the biggest bottleneck now is the data storage and analysis. So this is what the life cycle looks like. You have the sequencer, which spits out a lot of raw data. It could be hundreds of gigabytes per person. That has to go through analysts and servers in-house for pharma companies, hospitals, they all have their own infra. And then it goes to a scientist, and then you get useful information. So this is where most of the time and money and the bottleneck arrives. So this is a classic situation for bringing in cloud computing. So what we have developed is a software which is cloud-based on one hand and super easy to use. So now a scientist who may not be trained in programming can run complex analyses herself with just a few clicks. So this would really speed up the process. So I'll actually give a live demo of the software. So this is the software. Everybody gets their own login, so everybody's data is private. And this is where users upload the data. So if you have a new sample, just press sample name, choose what data you have, and you can upload the files right here. So when the user clicks save, their file is getting uploaded directly to the Amazon S3 storage service, where it's securely stored. And then we have already built a number of analyses workflow. For example, this is a workflow which is used for finding mutations. As you can see, there are multiple steps in the process, which is otherwise complicated and takes time. What we have done is created a completely automated workflow so that once you hit a button, all the different modules run automatically, and then you get the end result. So that's number 2. So you have your data that you upload, you have the workflows that are available, and once you are ready to analyze, all you have to do is click on new analysis, choose what workflow you want to run, and just choose what data you want to run it on, and just click start. So this page looks deceptively simple, but that press of a start button, it automatically launches a new instance on Amazon. It copies all your data, it copies all the different programs required, runs the analysis in the right workflow, saves the results back to S3, and automatically terminates the instance. So all that happening with just one start button. So you click start and the analysis over. And once the analysis is over, a user can go in and look at all the result that is being generated. And they can just download the file. So some of it is a PDF result, some of it could be some Excel file. So what we have allowed, a process which usually took weeks or sometimes months, can now be done in a couple of hours by a scientist herself without being dependent on an analyst.
Can you predict some disease or cancer I will got in the future?
Can you
Predict some disease or cancer I will get in the future?
create, predict?
Yeah, predict.
Yes, a DNA sequence is perfectly useful for predicting if somebody will have a disease. Most common example is there's a gene called BRCA1 and there's another one called BRCA2. If you have a mutation in those genes, then you have a very, very high chances of getting breast cancer. So even before somebody has the disease, if you have a family history, you can get tested for that gene and you can see what your odds are. So it's already happening. It's no longer science fiction.
How will you make money?
We charge per usage. For every sample, a typical user pays us $50-$60. So if you have a project with 100 samples, you would pay us $500,000 or $600,000. It's pay per use. We don't charge any upfront price.
So anybody could sign in, use their credit card, and do this if they have the raw data?
Exactly. Although in practice, almost no hospital accepts credit cards, so we have to send an invoice and then we get a check 3 months later. But it comes eventually.
Do you have a sequencer, or how do you get the raw data file?
We don't have a sequencer ourselves. Most users have access to a sequencer. Almost every hospital has a few sequencers in-house. Same for pharma companies. So that part is easy. Generating the data is now cheap, it's now easy. What you do with the raw data is difficult. One of our customers who used this the last week had a data set sitting for last 1 year, and he just didn't know how to get it done. Then he used BasePair and he had the results in a couple of hours.
How big is the file?
It could be between 5 and 100 gigabytes per person. So if you do the full genome, it's 100 gigabytes. Sometimes people only do some interesting known parts. So that's between 2 to 5 gigabytes. So even if for a small project with 20-50 people, you could easily have a terabyte of raw data, and then all the results is another 2 or 3 terabytes.
Do you have any plans for a consumer version of this product? So I can get my sequence from Ancestry.com, does that sort of thing now?
Right.
I can find out if I have any markers for this.
Technically, it's not difficult, but regulatorily, it's very difficult. 23andMe did some of it, not through sequencing, but using a gene chip. And recently, FDA had them shut down their service because you cannot make those big claims about cancer without going through the whole 9 yards. Which, if 23andMe with so much funding could not do it, it's very difficult for us as a startup to get those certifications. So it's more of I imagine the things will change as there's a wider acceptance for these technologies. At some point, we will let customers play with their own data eventually.
The analysis here, is this canned or can you make your own?
Sorry, say that again, please.
Can you make your own analysis? It looks like you have a visual programming or at least a diagram of the analysis.
There's no one right analysis, so each step does one part of the whole analysis, and you have multiple choices available for algorithms at each step. So what we do is we do our own R&D, and we evaluate different algorithms for each step, and then we string together the best available algorithm for each step and create the whole analysis.
Is it relatively easy to find sales prospects?
It is, and the biggest challenge is the mindset. A lot of people try to hire people or try to do in-house, which is often slower or inefficient. So people in pharma or hospitals are not that used to outsourcing things, so as opposed to IT. So it's more of a mindset issue. We find people and then they try to do it in-house and then they give up and then they come to us.
What type of bandwidth is required by the end user, especially as this scales?
Yeah, that's a great question because there's a lot of data upload. Typically, most institutions would have 50 or 100 megabits upload speed. So a 5 GB file may take 10 minutes. So if they have 20 of them, they can upload all of them and just go away, and then the whole upload completes in 2 hours or 3 hours. Thank you.